Our next pricing method is the market reaction. And what that's to do with is that for some products, their nature is that they're seasonal or they fluctuate in terms of popularity. So sometimes just because of supply and demand during the year, the product is really popular, we can charge a higher price, or sometimes it's really unpopular, we can charge a low price. And that is where we're going to use the market reaction method. So where the selling price of the product is based on the market reaction to the product from customers and whether the product is popular and in demand. So some examples are you often see sales coming up towards Christmas, but also now Boxing Day sales post-Christmas. That's a great time to get a bargain because a lot of stock hasn't sold out before Christmas. So to get rid of it, the stores lower their prices. A very classic example, which is if you want to buy swimwear, you buy it in winter because it's cheaper. And likewise, if you want to buy a raincoat, you would buy it in summer because they're selling less of them, there's less market demand, so therefore it would be cheaper. Looking at some specific examples, we've got Boxing Day sales. So every year you'll see coming up to Christmas a big list of all the things that are discounted. So in this case, that's on December 26th in 2020, and that's when a great time to get some bargains in particularly department stores, but most retail businesses. Another example that's popped up in the last few years that's become a thing is end of financial year sales, EOFY. So every year you can see now Amazon, Dell, Lenovo, great time to buy a computer or anything to do with office supplies. So Officeworks always have a big end of financial year sale as well. And that is, you can see, being announced in June because the end of the financial year is June 30. An example of a product that's temporarily popular, so you it's very popular at the moment, so you capitalize on its popularity, would be a few years ago, the fidget spinner. So at the time, they were very popular, you can increase the price. It's now 2 or 3 years later, they're not as popular, and now you see them in bargain bins at sort of $1 and $2 stores. And finally, we've got a product that sometimes it's been superseded or replaced by a newer version. So for example, if I was to jump on eBay and look for a New Orleans NBA jersey, I can find them really cheap, those two there. One's $34.99 and one's $9.99 for a couple of reasons. One, those players, Chris Paul and Anthony Davis, don't play for that team anymore. So the jersey itself has been superseded by the current players. Nobody really wants the old jersey so much. And secondly, though, that team is now not called the New Orleans Hornets. It's now called the New Orleans Pelicans. They've got different jerseys with different colors. So those jerseys have been replaced. So it's not a bad time if you did want one to go and get one because it's been replaced by a better or newer model.